I would just say, the intensity level of everything all the time. From the time you set foot in here to the time you walk out of here, and then some. So that's probably the biggest thing.
When you contemplate taking a job here, obviously it's Ohio State, but when you get to coach a kid like Zeke, how much of a when you get that kid, is it pretty easy to make that decision to come here?
I don't know. Is it pretty easy to drive a Lexus? I'm driving a Volkswagen. No, that's not true. Because listen, I'm not saying I'm driving a Volkswagen. So everybody don't take that back like Tari and Folsom. Those guys are really good players too. But in all seriousness, no, it certainly helps. It certainly helps to come in and have great players around and some guys that really understand how to work. But I've been very fortunate in my career. Everywhere I've been, I've had some guys that really work hard and their game's important to them. But coming to a situation like I said, into a situation like this, it's a great situation for me personally.
You guys made the decision to move Curtis out to H-back receiver a little bit. Obviously, Urban said that was to get him in the game more snaps. But does that say anything about the confidence that you have in the guys behind Zeke as well?
Well, I think so. Like I said, I think you have a bunch of guys that can really play and hopefully play winning football here. But that's why we're practicing, so they can improve on their skill set as well. But yeah, those guys have been working. But again, Curtis has got an opportunity to really make some plays. He's a big-time playmaker, I think, and got to find ways to get the ball in his hands. And sitting next to me is not a good way to do that.
Tony, did you though? I mean, do you actually challenge a guy like Briante? Hey, this is sort of your chance. I mean,
absolutely.
Ezekiel's on the sideline.
Absolutely.
Curtis is out
we had
there.
that conversation,
yeah.
and we did have that conversation. This is your opportunity to really get a bunch of reps, and what you do with them is up to you. And every single day is an opportunity for you to improve and get better every single day. And that's for everybody. That's not just for Bree, but that's for everybody. And but he has taken to that challenge, I think, and a lot of improvement still to go. Not just saying he's reached the pinnacle by any stretch, but yeah, absolutely. We talked about it. You have an opportunity but every single rep matters at all times. You're just now getting more of them because there's less guys in front in line.
Tony, when Zeke is on the sideline during spring, what do you try and get out of him? What's the goal for a guy who's injured?
Well, he's still doing a lot of work, with Mick and his crew, so he gets a lot of work in that way and some individual stuff. But really, he's doing the mental reps are big. Mental reps are big, and just because you've had some success in the past, there's still opportunities to grow and learn and see things. So, the mental reps can be very vital, just as game repetition, so are mental reps.
This might be speculation from my part, but for a guy who has had a lot of carries after a year like that at a position where you take a physical toll, is there a benefit for you guys to ease off of him?
Well, yeah. I mean, you can only listen. Your body only has so many shots in him, and so it does help his body recover and continually recover, and that's a process one into itself. But like we said, it also gives some other guys an opportunity to get in to get some quality reps and learn to play as well. So yeah, but he's going to have a big summer too, and continue to get better. But the one thing you love about Zeke, he's hungry. He wants to play, and it's killing him not to play now. But and he's a high energy guy, as you guys all know. And for me, it's cool because I had the opportunity. I recruited him out of high school, so I've known him and his family for a long time. So it's great to be great to be around those guys.
Hey, Tony, speaking of recruiting, coming from Notre Dame, you were their point man or one of their top recruiters.
Says so.
Says everybody on the internet.
See how much you guys don't know, right?
The pundits. That's the
don't
pundits.
believe everything you hear.
Pundits.
Coming to Ohio State, obviously that was a huge emphasis for Urban, getting a guy that can recruit. How do you go about replacing a guy like Stan Drayton? Do you take his territories? What are your responsibilities? And how was the transition from a recruiting standpoint?
Well, I am going to have some of the same territory that he had previously. And listen, I'm not Stan Drayton. I know Stan. We're friends. I'm Tony Alford. I'm going to be the best Tony Alford I can be, and that's going to have to be good enough. And but Stan left some big shoe prints, no doubt, and he did a fabulous job. And like I said, my job is here just to come in here and do the best that I can do for this football program. One thing they have some really good recruiters here already. If they didn't, you wouldn't have the players that you have on this football team. So, it's not like I'm coming here trying to reinvent the wheel in recruiting. I'm just another guy in the call, and we'll do the best that I can. But
when you leave a place, and you're probably going to be recruiting a lot of the same guys, you already have relationships and whatnot. What are the challenges of, kind of stepping forward in a new place and, not only maybe adapting new recruiting territories, but also recruiting the same guys with a different shirt on?
Well, I think that, when you do things, you have, in recruiting too, you tell them the truth. And for me, okay, why did I do what I had to do? And tell them why, and it's the truth. And And as they look at things, they have to really, I think in recruiting, guys have to understand and really look inwardly about what is it that they aspire, what are they really looking for at the end of the day, and see does the Ohio State, does it fit? Does that fit what they really aspire to have in their lives, moving forward? So the messages are very similar. It's just doing what's best for you in your life and what you're looking for.
Why did you move? What final analysis? Why did you move Notre Dame, Ohio State? I mean, that's two, like you said, Lexus or Infinity.
Well, no, I mean, listen, I was at a great place, and make no bones about that. I was at a fantastic place that took great care of me and my family, and I almost was treated unfairly, being so kind to me as they were. And it was an agonizing decision because I'd been there a long time, but for my professional growth, I thought this would be best for me, and that's not taking anything away from Jack Schwarbrick and Brian Kelly and Father John. Like I said, they're fabulous, and I got such great respect and admiration for them and that university. But for my personal and professional growth, I had to do this, and I got unbelievable amount of respect for Urban, the guy I played for. I've known him since I was in my early 20s, and Earl Bruce and the great job and great history of this place, and thought it'd be good for me and to put on my resume too as I continue to move forward in this profession.
You mentioned one of the